same Wi-Fi, right? So,
No, it's a new
All
Wi-Fi.
yeah, huh? But
It's a new.
it's a new one? Oh, okay. Well,
Well, not new Wi-Fi, but new.
all right. Probably for the best if we can see where we're at in the frame today. Good enough. Welcome one, welcome all.
Oh, we're here.
We're getting some folks here in the lobby, but yeah, we're getting ready ourselves. Big day today, I feel like. I don't often get excited about drilling balls, but when you hype a ball up so much, it's like you got to throw it and see if the hype is real, you know? So in order to test that hype today, of these being the strongest balls that I think Brunswick is saying that they've ever made. They were trying to make a ball that hooks just a little too much. We've got Zero Mercy Solid. Check that guy out.
Woo!
And Zero Mercy Pearl. Something everybody wants to see this week. So, Chris, tell them a little bit about the pattern we're bowling on, because we're not bowling on a house shot today.
Nope, they said it will handle oil. So we ran the Parker Bohn III pattern, which is like 42 feet, 5-to-1 ratio, 30 plus mils of oil.
Oh, it's 3.8. 3.8
Oh, you looked it up. Look at you.
28.86 mils.
So we tried to put more
that's
oil than a normal house shot without putting a like shark or some kind of crazy sport pattern out.
Something that's a little bit more recognizable to some people if they ever go out and bowl a sport pattern. It's going to be closer to what you probably bowl on.
So so we said let's run, and usually we just run one lane. We ran all three to make sure by the time we get to lane 40,
we've got
the pattern is built up onto the brush a little bit. So each lane should have got a little tighter. So.
Sure. I mean, let me pull our comments up. The comments, you guys are our tellers if anything ends up happening as far as audio, video.
Yeah,
if we lose Facebook video today, jump over to our YouTube, Buddy's Pro Shop. Check it out. Buddy'sProShop.com is the full URL there. So
yep, YouTube seemed to work no problem last time. Facebook, we don't know what the problem was.
Yeah, 9 minutes in, it was just like, nope, all done. So hopefully that's not the case today. If it is, please jump over to our YouTube, and then obviously I'll drop the link back into Facebook for all you Facebook users later.
So I'm interested to see how much it'll hook. The Zero Mercy Solid. It's obviously the Pearl is not designed to hook out of the building. But the Solid is the one that, it really wasn't a secret. They told everybody about it at seminars about 3 weeks ago. They did, Brunswick did a 2-week seminar series introducing these new balls, and they released some information. So when they put the secret ads out on Facebook here the last week,
we're already well aware.
We already knew what balls are. They are cool looking, as Jesse showed before. I thought it was really nice. They did have them at the seminar.
I like that color.
I was like, the color scheme is really cool on the Solid.
I agree.
It's very vibrant. So I thought that was cool. But I'm like, all right, we just had a maximum effect come out.
And that ball hooks out of the building already.
It is a hybrid.
Yeah.
It is a dull hybrid. That ball's strong.
Yes.
So then they go, oh, the Zero Mercy's even more. And I'm thinking, like, what do we need that for? But there are folks like us that bowl tournaments, a lot of folks that bowl tournaments, and a lot of tournaments anymore don't, at least in this area of the country, don't bowl on house shots.
Sure.
In the northeast area, I don't know where it is everywhere else. But, and then also if you do bowl on your house shots, there's always that big puddle in the middle.
How do you manage the puddle?
That when you get into the puddle, sometimes your ball isn't big enough to cut through it.
Sure.
So it's just interesting. Core number wise also made me say, well, how is it going to be stronger?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that real quick.
252 in the RG, so
which
kind
is
of
higher.
Middle upper, exactly.
Yep, where the effect's like 250, I believe.
Yeah, it's something definitely in that ballpark. So a little higher RG, has 53 diff, right?
Or which is very similar to an effect series ball.
It hooks. It's got flare potential.
But now the intermediate is the crazy one. It's high. It's 020. High intermediate, which means the ball usually would go further down the lane before it wants to react.
Sure.
But I did watch you throw a few on 38.
Yeah.
And it was rolling pretty good. I've thrown the Pearl. I've only warmed up here with the Pearl for a couple minutes. Now again, I'm playing more like to the right, but it responds pretty good so far. So I'm interested to see this. We did bring our max effects out to try and compare.
Yeah, I probably only do a couple shots. I really want to just make sure
we really want to
getting these balls in the videos
because this is obviously I feel like Hammer and Brunswick themselves are really sending in on this, believing this is like the best one they've made.
In terms of overall strength, yeah.
And that's what we hear a lot. But as far as total hook, they're pushing a lot of advertising dollars with all the different ad slicks and all that you see going out. Pretty cool. Actually, they're pretty neat because usually their advertising isn't overwhelming. These have been actually very unique. So.
And then the other side of that, with this ball to create some excitement, we're bringing back something to the Mercy line. So we haven't seen the Mercy line since what?
No
08?
Mercy. Oh yeah.
So it feels
Black
like
No Mercy. You had the No Mercy whoopings and balls like that that were international.
Yeah.
But those were on the Ebonite, by Ebonite
Sure.
International down in Hopkinsville. So cover stocks have come a long way. This one offers HK22C squared, so we believe that stands for cohesion squared. Jesse might know the exact
more cover, but that's definitely going to be the.
Jesse probably knows that because he talks to the guys a little bit more at Brunswick. But yeah, cohesion squared. So I mean, so you got the HK22, which I gotta say, we talked about this the other day. In the last 2 years since they invented it, and they've added cohesion, they've advanced it, has brought their product from. It's revolutionized the B7 brand.
It feels like the balls are starting to hook in the right part of the lane, whereas before it was kind of hit or miss. But more so than not, they're really starting to shape the lane right way.
And also, I believe they had a lot of trouble with dull cover stocks.
Sure.
With the HK22, but then the cohesion, sorry about it if I said it correctly, has really enhanced the dull balls to make them perform very aggressively. So so this is really interesting.
And not only to be early, like you'd want a duller ball to be, but continuation, which I feel like is where they were losing a lot there. So,
they used to pick up and then just be a little lazier off the spot.
Sure.
So exciting day. So I know everybody's going to be like, well, it's the latest and the greatest. Nope, we're here to just throw them, and that's why we didn't want to do it on a house shot. Because we would see the house shot, if you watch every week, lane 39 is going to blow up.
Well, I don't have it in me to be able to throw strong sanded balls in this house. It's just, especially the pin-up ones. Now, the pin-down ones we can get away with a little
bit. Yeah, so mine are going to be pinned down. Yours are up. So real quickly, we want to talk about the layouts you have?
Yeah, sure. On both of mine, mine is just the standard pin-up layout I would do on my asymmetrical equipment. It's 45 by 4.5 by 30. Like I said, just pretty much a standard pin-up there. And that's on both of them.
For myself, I went with my usual pin down because I do like pin down.
Sure.
I throw a lot more of those or the pin mediums. And mine is a 45 4.25 by 65. So both balls are that way, and also my max effect. So I don't vary my layouts. We talk about this all the time. I pretty much have a pin-up one, which I barely ever use a pin-up ball, pin medium, and pin down. So pin medium and pin down are my primary two go-tos. Pin down is my primary go-to.
Yeah, especially around here. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't say it enough, keep your layout simple. Pick 2 or 3 that you really like, stick with it. I know it sounds silly to try to fine tune.
Easier too.
Yeah, it makes everything so much easier when you try to simplify it down, and we're not splitting layouts by 1/8. I think I talked about this when we were drilling yesterday. Just so many people trying to split layouts by 1/8, but your layout your release just isn't consistent enough for when you're starting to really split those hairs for it to have that consistency. I mean, if you threw it like a throwbot, maybe that's a little bit different, but even still, even throwbot's not going to see anything crazy different between 1/8 of an inch in certain parts of your layout. So
I've been bowling 40-some years, well, more than that, and my release is not. There are some days, it's pretty consistent. But I know that's why I think it's cool that the swirled balls compared to the old black balls. Yeah. It's because I can see. I know when I do something. The people in the back are probably like, "Oh, what was so different about that?"
Yeah,
I can see it and I know it.
Yeah, so and that's even if it matters if it strikes or not. It's just like, no, I was like, I understand what that was.
That one was more on the outside and the inside. Yeah, so there's a lot of variables.
And cover stock's the main thing anyway. So when you're thinking about putting together a bag or you're worried about what's going to affect your ball reaction the most, your surface and your cover stock. So whatever the cover's blend is, sanded, strong ball, whatever it ends up being for that, and then it's finished on top of that. So, and then obviously whatever lane surface you're bowling on. Those things are such huge factors in comparison to what your layout is. So just pick 2 or 3 and kind of stick
with it. The tire is the most important thing.
Exactly.
If you don't believe me, as I always try to explain, they make the Black Widow spare and all the other Black Widow reactives. They both have the same core.
Yeah.
Throw the Black Widow spare.
It ain't doing it.
You'll get some flare out of it. It's not grabbing the lane. Well, that tells you that the core is 30% of it. The cover is 60-70%. I mean, the cover is the thing.
Exactly. And then the bowler on top of that. So, I mean, when you're throwing all those factors
lane patterns, there's so many variables.
Exactly.
But the biggest one is, the one you can control is the tire.
And then we start getting caught up in top weight and pin to CG length. And I'm just like, please, for the love of God, folks, just erase that from your mind.
On here, tell me I'm wrong. But layouts are more important than the pin and top.
Don't even look at the stuff that's on the box anymore, guys. If you want to be a good bowler, learn to ignore that. Get on the other side of things. Without further ado,
we're going to just start
Let's
bowling.
throw the camera on it. We're going to throw some shots. Both of us probably going to start out the tandem one, I would imagine. Unless you're. I'm going to start out.
I'm going to throw the Pearl first, just because for me, I don't want to destroy the lane yet. Then I'll probably throw the sanded. Then I'll go back the other way.
Yeah. So we'll put the split
on lane
view
39.
On. We'll put the split view on. Throw some questions in there if you like. We'll go back. We'll take a look every once in a while. We'll both have both cameras up, and Chris on 39. I'm on 40.
I'm going to go 39. And then real shout out here real quick to Jesse. Probably didn't see this. we're on 39 and 40, and we usually think the pair is just like okay. Anybody that bowls league here is like, I'm on 37, 30, 39, 40.
Yeah.
Last night, Jeff Monahan, who strikes a ton in this bowling center, 300, 296, 257.
Wow. That's a
853. He was halfway through the last game and had a chance at the house record of 889.
Oh, sure.
He had the front 5 and then 10 pin.
Oof.
I think Gillick was shaking out at Brunswick like, my house record's going down, which would have been cool. I think he would have been, Jeff's a great guy.
It's a hard record to break. It's missing once.
And Jeff strikes a lot.
Yeah.
This guy averages 240 something here all the time. He throws hard. He has a good rev rate.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even practice or anything. He just shows up for
Good
league
for
once
him.
a week.
Good for him
it's
being able to
amazing.
put string together like that. It's hard to. I feel like it's hard to strike.
I think he must have over 100 800s by now. It's crazy. Let's put it this way: he shot 300, folks, and they didn't even announce clapping or anything. And they got on the mic and they go, "Jeff Monahan 300." I think there was like 2 claps in the building.
Oh my goodness!
They shot 296. Yeah, so amazing run, especially on this pair, which I can tell you that they just when they go, they change greatly different. He's bowling a 5-man league, 5-person team league. So
yeah,
that's 10 guys playing everywhere.
Sure.
So you can talk about house shot or not. That's a ton. I know we saw a 900 this past week.
Yeah,
we saw
900, 898, both the same
by a
day.
young man from Albany. The 898 was a young man from Albany who bowled some divas.
Effector all 3 games. The other guy was throwing a brand new out of box. Real time.
Yep. I thought it was interesting. Somebody made a comment. How many times, and it'd just be cool to try and look up the history, how many of the 900s have been used, but have asymmetrical balls been used? I'm going to guess 0. Or maybe 1. Wasn't Mission used one time?
I'd have to look it up, but I do remember somebody
It'd be an interesting symmetric versus asymmetric. I feel like asymmetric balls just change too much throughout the day. But Jeff shot 850 last night with a harsh reality pearl.
Ball's good. That's one of my test balls today. I don't know if I'll be throwing it too much, but we'll see. All right, back to bowl. Just the downlane camera.
We have jabbered enough.
Yeah.
I hope we have some good comments coming in.
Yeah, feel free to throw your comments in
there.
Yes,
people, I do still stink.
Yeah, he's still very bad, so don't pay attention. First shot's going to be Chris here on 39s. Once again, he's throwing a Zero Mercy Pearl to start. Yeah, right out of the gate, that one definitely made the motion down lane.
That doesn't get any better than that for the first one.
Yeah, I agree. The first one is definitely tough. So
I had to loosen back up again, so I didn't go all out.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Funny.
Got to loosen up a little bit here.
In my case, there will be spare shots going down the lane because.
There you go.
I plan on striking
the whole
Jesse,
time.
I do have Neba, and he does have Neba too.
Hey! I bowl Saturday.
He does bowl Saturday.
I might have to bowl more games. Who knows? I might shoot a
One day I will make a split on camera.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, so we'll keep throwing the standard guy here. And starting a little further right. It is nice when we bowl in the sport shots and be able to show balls from a little further right. I feel like I can't really do that with the house shot here. It's a lot of balls.
I mean, you're out there. Yeah. I mean, obviously we know you practice a little bit on 38.
Yeah.
38 plays a little bit tighter to the right.
And so not that anybody knows, but if you pay attention to our 5 shots from 5 places videos we've been putting up lately, I did run through those earlier, and Zero Mercy had no problems on this pattern being able to take advantage of the pattern from any part of the lane right out of the gate. So if anything, that should definitely say how much it's able to take in and control. I did not have the same luck with. Wow, that was definitely sharper down lane. Yeah. I didn't have that same luck with the Zero Mercy Pearl, just because you do need some friction and beat the pattern up a little bit before it can really get in and step in. Early on, it was fine though. Yeah, that looked pretty good. And I was getting my tempo up a little bit. I thought I was going to run through the window, and it digs, as advertised.
And I like this one's compounded, the pearl compounded instead of like a high gloss, like the regular polish.
You don't see it. You don't see polished balls from them anymore. I feel like almost everything is compounded. Yeah. Almost. Yeah, JC, smart thought there. But remember, the Zero Mercy is not
That ain't
allowed
getting
in
there.
play. So we won't be winning
Oh,
with
look, it
either of
even
these
rolls
balls.
to 2. I'm glad you can read that from that distance.
Yeah, Jay Johnson, NEBA president, trying to get me in trouble. He said, which of these balls was I going to win with tomorrow? Neither.
Neither, unless he
Neither,
wants a
Jay
DQ
Johnson.
on first shot. But you know,
However,
you might not get caught. I would catch you.
no, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to go throw it tomorrow. I'm going to be like, nah, NEBA president said it was okay. I watched
He gave
him.
you the Trump,
The exemption.
the
Yeah, he
pardon.
pardoned me right out of the gate. I got that one a little up the lane. That ball's also pretty strong. Pretty strong. And
right, Chris,
my
throw
comparison
better
ball for today, I don't have any sanded asymmetrical equipment from Brunswick that's a pinup ball. So I have the Effect, which is a pin down, which is fine. But I also have my RST Hyperdrive, which for me, this ball is also crazy strong. So, you know, I've seen a couple charts out there putting it not at the strongest. I think it's earlier than an Ion Max for sure. So I'm gonna throw one more here. Take my lane reset. I'm still watching, about to watch Chris throw a shot here. He's throwing the Zero Mercy Pearl on that left lane. And the ball's definitely going through the pins.
Well, I went through. I got 5 last shot before that.
Going through the pin somewhere. Let me make a little adjustment here. See if we can get a little further down lane. Oh, that's a little further right. What's that do? Oh, get the 10 out.
So we had a question
Appreciate you.
here. I'm going to show it real quick. Gentleman's asking if he said no mercy, which a lot of people have said it. No, it's Zero Mercy.
It's Zero Mercy. Well, the no mercy line is the line. So
it is, but the Zero Mercy, recommended on a house shot for low to medium. In that case, you would use the Zero Mercy Pearl. And the nice thing about the Pearl is because you have that high intermediate,
you can draw them a little weaker.
you could do like a 65 degree, it depends on your rev rate, but if you did like a 65 degree first angle, you will get like a lot tighter flares and the ball will get down the lane a lot further.
And, you know, that is also specific to the person too, because if you're a high rev rate and you're trying to throw this on a lower volume pattern, even the Zero Mercy Pearl, the cover's still going to overtake you a little bit. So as long as you are, I would say at very least matched up, or even a hair speed dominant, I think you're good. But if you're rev dominant, it's going to be hard to control that on a low volume. Now, if you get closer to the medium,
you would need to do like an 85.
Yeah, you'd have to do
degree
something
first
pretty
angle,
serious.
something
Yeah,
that's really going to get the initial differential down to like 35, where you're really killing the flares initially.
Sure. Guys, if you haven't already, you already know from watching our live streams that we do give away a free Buddies merch pack during the stream, but you got to like and share. Got to get the word out there. Show everybody we're doing this live stream today. Also available to see on YouTube. Man, that thing is.
I feel like I get 7-9 every shot.
That's sick.
It's coming back.
And no problem. Like I said, I'm a hair for the right, so I'm surprised. That was pretty good. Oh no! Might have to add some rotation. I'm rolling these pretty forward, so. Now, if you guys are just tuning in, obviously we have the Zero Mercy Solid getting thrown on the right lane. The Zero Mercy Pearl on the left lane. Both lanes have the Parker Bohn Scholarship pattern. Right now, we got a little further right. That's the dangers of a sport shot, though. Not quite that much friction there yet, but
if I throw the other one,
I think it's coming back.
Yeah.
I think it's digging in and coming back.
This one, I feel like I gotta keep it like around 7 down lane.
Yeah. This one's gonna have just a hair more rotation, I think.
Spear shooting.
That won't go through the pins. That was pretty cool. Ball looks great going down the lane. I mean, I'll say the same thing for Chris is how it finishes down lane, but man, just watching the swirl of that, that pink and purple and black going down through there. It's a 4-color ball. I don't know if you picked up on this, but the Zero Mercy Solid, another 4-color ball. Pink, purple, white, and black.
Oh, first one since the Effect.
Yeah,
right,
there was one other one. Actually,
I don't think the
no, not this one. I think there's one more out that does have 4-color in it. I just can't remember off the top. Maybe the Mesmerize, actually. Blue, red, black, and
orange?
Teal.
There's teal?
I think.
Oh, some reason I thought, okay.
Well, orange is in the logo. Orange and yellow are in the logo. But I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong there. So. little more rotation here. That's pretty good too. Yes, both these balls are controlling the patterns pretty well. I'm actually more surprised about the Zero Mercy Pearl here on the left lane, really showing you that, you know, if you get it pretty close, it's still going for the pins. Still controlling the lane pretty well with all things considered there. Very sharp down lane. Throw one more here with the solid on the right lane. In that same part of the lane. And then I'm going to go into that Hyperdrive. They're both the same layout. I'm curious how they're going to finish next week. Not as much rotation on that one, but still pretty good.
Wanted to throw out there that you would win with Storm anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to throw out there I can win with anything.
I can lose with everything.
I can lose with everything, win with anything. Does the bowler do the job that day? Let me tell you. That's the question. All right, so Zero Mercy's looking pretty good for me. The solid one. Looking pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my Hyperdrive into play.
Oh, God.
Be complete with my Hyperdrive was even during the conditions I felt like I needed the Hyperdrive, it would hook early enough, but it didn't really finish as strong down lane as what I was hoping to see out of my standard equipment. So we'll see. We'll see what this looks like. I don't get to throw it too often, so maybe it's pretty close. Who knows? Let's go into the regular Hyperdrive here. Oh, I got way more around that one too. All right, maybe we'll give you guys a little better shot, but I still did not see that ball slow down nearly as early as what the Zero did, so that's very interesting. We'll give another one here, the Hyperdrive. We're not going to throw too many, or at least I'm not going to throw too many of the comparison balls today. Really just want to keep throwing the regular guys here, the solid, the Zero Mercies. Got to have them. Right. Another one with the RST here from that same part of the lane. A little bit closer to the last two. What's that guy do? Yeah, even that one was like significantly smoother and really didn't continue down lane. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, because when I threw the RST, once again, I mean, obviously it was still pretty early, but it's the earliest thing in my bag by far, at least up until now. So even comparing to like the Ion Maxes, I feel like this is like the Zero Mercy is significantly earlier and still continues a little stronger. So back to it, back into the solid. Let's see, we got any questions down here? Feel free to watch Chris throw that spare on 39. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for low to medium. If you have low to medium friction center with oil, then yeah, by all means. So if you have enough volume out there, then yeah, for sure you could still use either Zero Mercy on those. Especially if your center doesn't have a ton of friction. Let's see here. And feel free to check out our 5 shots from 5 different places, just in case I don't get it all the way across the lane today. We're going to have both of those up, hopefully by the beginning of the week. Maybe one on the weekend, we'll see. As we're breaking down the Parker Bohn pattern here, feel free to like and share these guys. I want to make sure that we are getting everybody a chance to potentially win a Buddy's merch bag. And watching you throw that makes me want to throw it. Is that funny?
I just got to keep it up in the track. You know, obviously because of being a closer to sport pattern.
Yeah.
It's just a little flatter. I mean, not enough. There's obviously no bounce off the gutter. So if I get it a little bit right of the track, if I can get it right there between like 7 and 12,
sure,
it does the right thing.
I'm still pretty a little further right, especially with a stronger ball. Oh, that was not good. That's amazing that it touched the head pin. Yeah, I think the Hyperdrive smacks the 3.6 in the face there. So very interesting. I am a little sad I don't get to throw it tomorrow, but hey, there will be more opportunities.
You say you're not bowling tomorrow?
I won't get the opportunity to throw this tomorrow.
Oh, throw that. I thought you were going to say you got to be.
I got plenty of other balls to throw. Probably going to be urethane. We'll see.
The place,
we'll
I'm
see.
going to forewarn you, the building has old Avalane.
Oh.
Hooks very early.
Sick.
Super early friction in the front of the lane.
That was pretty good. What's that do?
It's an old BRC center.
Okay.
It's not BRC anymore, obviously, but
Right.
independently owned.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about NEBA, go on to boldneba.com, check it out. NEBA is the longest running scratch tournament, monthly scratch tournament in the U.S. And tomorrow, NEBA is actually going to a center that it hasn't been to yet, right? Kingstown we have never been there.
Smaller center, 26 lanes. They approached us and they really wanted to have a NEBA.
That's great.
So
I like when people reach out to us and want it. You know?
Yeah. So I'm not sure about obviously helped out in the lineage, but kicked in some money also to the event along with
that's
Strike
fantastic.
FX Pro Shops. Thank you, John and Alex.
Man, I'm so sad I'm not throwing this ball tomorrow. Now. This is crazy.
I don't think it would be in play.
I know it's not in play, but either way, just to have a reason to throw it. It looks great so far. It is doing all the right things. You know, the last ball for me that was a big standard asymmetric ball that I really felt did the right thing for me was a reality. I really enjoy throwing the realities. The Mesmerize, I had a two-handed one, and I thought that one was really good too. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen a ball still slow down in the middle part of the lane and really continue as it comes off the friction, quite like I'm seeing this guy here. I feel like all the standard stuff I've been throwing, it's very early and it really doesn't do too much down lane, which is it's an interesting balance to have a strong ball that slows down but still finishes because energy conservation laws don't allow. So, all right, we're gonna move in just a hair, I think here. See if it'll bounce back. Woo! Ball looks good.
That looked good. You touched it a little bit more.
Yeah, just
a little more touch.
Just a little more rotation for sure. I feel like anytime we're throwing a bigger ball anyway, if you're opening up the lane, even if it's in some volume, as long as the pattern length kind of supports it, the ratio, you'll be able to circle around them and be able to get in a bounce pretty good down lane and still control the middle part of the lane. So this ball looks really good so far, and I think Chris would say that he enjoys his Zero Mercy Pearl here. That looks pretty good. Still bumped in here just a little bit. Throw a few more shots, and then we'll jump back a little further right with the Pearl and see what it does in this lane. Oh, that's so far around it. No chance. That's a very interesting hit. Apologies for even putting that one in the lane. That was pretty awful. But just in the spirit, we'll let's see. The other day I was like, oh, my spirit game feels pretty good. Feel pretty locked in. And missed a 5-pin the very next shot. It's like, well, not as locked in as I thought. Nice. Chris is gonna throw a shot of 39. Watch this. Watch how angular. I know it's a little bit difficult to see for the left lane here, but you can really see this ball come off the spot pretty strong. Yeah, that was pretty sharp once it gets that friction. So, all right, picking up the 410. Here's a clinic. You hit the 4-pin on the left side, right? Oh, I didn't. Not enough on the left side.
What I like is when they get compounded compared to like a factory polish.
Yeah.
Is that it doesn't make them super quick or super clean quick off the down lane.
Sure. Let's see. We have any? Let's see. Does the number of colors matter? 2 versus 3 versus 4?
No, just unique, different.
Exactly.
Nobody's ever made one. But the material or the dyes do have an effect. Dyes/pigments.
They do. To what degree it's hard to tell. We see white balls roll earlier. We see black balls go the opposite direction. They happen to be just a little less grabby into the lane. So
yeah. So I think you have pigments versus dyes, so that they have different textures to them.
Sure, that's true too.
So I believe, if I'm correct, and I'm not an R&D guy, we'd have to ask them. I think like a black is a dye, so it doesn't have really the texture where other colors have like more pigment, like the brighter colors have pigment in them.
Sure.
So the pigment has like a texturized, has different material, like texture in them.
That makes sense. And to go to touch here there, Big Mike, to touch on this, the Zero Mercy Solid is for sure a medium to heavier oil ball. I think where you can start to really use the Zero Mercy Pearl is where you have, even if it's a little shorter pattern, but once they're beat up enough, regardless of the pattern, you should be able to use the Zero Mercy Pearl on just about anything that's not considered light volume. I mean, since it is compound, it's going to get a little further down lane anyway. So it's definitely a little more forgiving on some of those different conditions. Now this Zero Mercy here, you're gonna need a little bit of volume. So if your house shot has some volume in the middle of the lane, or if you don't don't have a high friction center, which is pretty rare these days, you can definitely get away with throwing the Zero Mercy Solid. But I'm gonna move in just a little bit more and see what we can do with this guy. See if we can start opening the lane a little bit. That might be a little up the lane, but yeah, okay.
And I think I see
cool.
Homer
Mike likes that.
Yeah, Mike is asking, he said, he wished Neva was closer. That's part of the great thing about bowling tournaments is the travel.
Sure, to some degree, absolutely.
Obviously there's a point, but it's only, I think, Mike from you is probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So to me, if you're within that 2.5 hour range, it's usually
That's the sweet spot for me. Is that 2.5 hours?
Two
the
and a
other
half
thing
hour
out, I'm like,
and trust me, there's nothing better than driving to a tournament on your own. You're just like visualizing or thinking about all kinds of stuff, and then on the way home, depending on how it goes, your brain really could but it's just that having that nice distance of travel allows you to think about what you need to work. Yeah, what you got to work on. What did you learn for the day? So, Mike, go bowl. If I remember correctly, I think Mike is one tournament away from qualifying for the Cambridge Invitational.
Hey, Mike, you should probably bowl. That's a little further right than we needed it to be. I think a little more rotation.
So I know, Mike, you're listening. I'm saying go bowl, sign up for the 12:30 squad or.
Yeah, that's even better. The fact they have a 12:30 squad is if you don't want to make the 9 a.m., you can bump it up, or you can bump your travel time and still make it to the tournament. Please come bowl Neva.
I got a 9 pin to shoot at.
We don't hype Neva up because it doesn't deserve it. Same thing with these balls. We're not going to hype this ball up and say it's the strongest when it doesn't deserve it. So far, it seems like it's doing its job in comparison to some of the other pieces. Same with Neva, providing you a scratch bowling environment, harder patterns, not dead hard. There's been very few times where the cut's been minus for Neva. All the patterns usually open up to be pretty scoreable, especially during the 12:30 squads. So, I mean, it can be daunting sometimes to think you're walking into a challenge, a sport shot pattern, and not know what you're doing, but it ends up being all the same way. Throw the ball, get it close, see what it does, make an adjustment if you need to. Keep the pocket in play, make your spares. Yeah, it's still bowling.
And I think I like to promote Neva because scratch bowling is important. It gives you something to strive for, to get better.
Sure.
There's pretty much everything is handicapped. Well, is there a reason to get better,
Right. Another one I got a little too far right.
It's pretty much a shame it's a shame that scratch leagues have pretty much disappeared. We offer 2 here, but we're like the only place in the Northeast that offers scratch leagues. So
we want scratch leagues and it's maximum handicap apparently. So whatever the gamble is.
Yeah. So I feel like for me promoting Neva is important because scratch bowling I think gives people something to look forward to or look up to. That
always.
It's something to strive for. So. It makes you want to. To me, it should make you want to go bowl.
Sure.
And get better.
Mike said he's tempted now, so keep that temptation there, Mike. You can come bowl with us. I'll be there. If that doesn't make you want to bowl, I don't know what does.
And it's also neat going to other centers.
That one's going to do it for sure. Ah! As it's 7/10. Don't watch, folks.
Oh boy,
right, well, you know what? We're going to 710. I'm going to go ahead and switch into the shiny guy to stay a little further right.
That was up and in. That was a Joe Parker shot right there, the up and in.
All right, so switching over to the Pearl here on lane 40.
All right, he's going to switch, which means I will switch.
Hey, I like it.
I'm actually just enjoying the Pearl because it allows me to
keep your angles a little bit tighter.
Yeah, a little bit tighter. I'm trying to work on my swing. It happens over time. We talked about this the other week, but it just gets tight sometimes. It starts getting a little steep.
Sure.
So I've been trying to work on getting a little longer again.
Like I said, I'm going to creep back just a little right. Get a little closer to the friction. Make sure I have something to play with here with the shiny guy. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. So what do you... I'm going to just stand in the same spot and see what happens.
Yeah. Why not? It'd be interesting to see if this one.
Maybe I'll throw it
creeps
to
a
the
little
OB.
See if this one creeps a little right off his hand, especially because he hasn't really thrown this one yet. He's only thrown the Pearl, so this is a fresh cover coming at you. Wow!
So did you say it? Yeah. Did you say I'm gonna? I said to you, I'm gonna throw it to the OB.
Yeah, I was gonna say get it a little.
The other one would never get back.
Oh my goodness! I don't know if you
thing
see when it
stood
hit
up
the
so
lane.
quick.
It hit the lane. It was like snow time. That was incredible.
I think it threw some dust off onto the lane.
Oh my! Yeah.
Yeah, practice. Well, I love the
Wow!
Wow!
That was something else. That thing dug. That was crazy.
I guess now I can aim over there.
Yeah, I got a little around that one. What's that do? Oh. Balls are good, guys. I don't know what to say. That's interesting. Another one is it sees the control throughout the entire part of the lane and still finished. So I think that's really interesting to see out of it.
I see it starting up and I'm like, oh my God, that's going Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And it just, but it doesn't, it like lays off just, it's interesting. I mean, obviously the pattern comes into play. It's pretty funny. When I literally throw it, I'm like, oh gosh, that's going left. And it does.
Yeah, but it's just in the right part of the lane. It didn't, even with it standing up early. So, you know, obviously we see the ball standing up early. We think of it's going to go Brooklyn or it's going to puke and hit the 3-pin in the face because it's just going to lose its energy. And that ball did the right thing. So let's see. He's 2 for 2. Let's see if we can be 3 for 3. I guess I'm in the same boat here. I'm 2 for 2 on the Pearl on lane 40. Let's see what we got. Pretty good. There it is.
And now it just
still got there.
Yeah,
that's strong, man. Ladies and gentlemen, like and share. Like and share. We want to make sure to get you in for a chance to win a free Buddies pack. The Buddies merch pack. Who doesn't want a free rotating ball cup, shirt, some chamois? Not my best. Ball didn't care.
I think, first of all, I mean, just throwing the two, they did a nice complement to each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Where then obviously the max effect, we haven't thrown it yet. I feel it would fit perfectly between them.
Sure. Yeah, especially mine. I have the pin down one too. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see a Widow. I would think be a lot earlier, more rounded shape because the Widows have a higher differential, lower intermediate, and lower RG, so they should rev up a little faster and have a more rounded shape to them.
And guys, I'm about.
All right, I gotta shoot my.
I'm about 5 right or so of where I ended with the solid, but I was probably just a hair too far left with that guy. Wow, it slapped the 7 silly. So overall, it's probably just about 3 or 4. I'm not going to call it 3 or 4 less because it's getting a little further down lane. It's definitely sharper off the spot with the solid one. So I still see the same amount of shape between the two.
This is why
just happened in a different part of the lane.
Hey Jesse, we missed an important time.
What's that? Oh, it is 11:09 already. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bounce back here. We're going to hop out of this camera and get you into the full view. And we're going to show you something a little fun. I know everybody
Another
wants
ball
us
that
to
got leaked a little early. So it's a shame. It got leaked early. And
Wasn't
then all of a
shocking.
sudden it became like, don't talk about it.
Yeah, but everybody knew about it. There's already even been reviews, I think, posted this ball. Maybe got taken down, but...
Oopsie. We can't read, people.
Phase 2 Pearl.
Yeah, it's
here.
It's pretty much, if you didn't have it like here, like from a distance, to me it's just a Phase 2 polished up.
It looks like a shined up Phase 2, but there is Pearl additive in it. Obviously, the logo's a little different, and I think this is long overdue. Obviously, the Phase 2 is iconic, and it's been around for, 10 years now almost? So
yeah.
To finally get just a pearlized version of it and throw it out there, I think this ball is going to do phenomenal. So you'll get to see that probably next week, right? Next Friday?
Or 2 weeks from now. We have another brand that decided to send us some balls. So.
Oh, okay. So that's the other side of it too. So I guess we'll see. We'll put this on the shelf and we'll find out.
We're gonna make you wait and see which one we decide to do next week.
Yeah, we'll see. The following week is Black Friday, so I doubt we'll be doing one on that Black Friday.
This place will be mobbed on Black Friday.
So we'll see. But yeah, Phase 2 Pearl. Official.
Maybe we'll have to do 2 videos in 1 week. We'll see.
It's a real ball. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe. Next week we'll put up a couple videos.
All right. I'm going to move a few left.
Get you guys back on the down lane.
I'm going to actually should leave a 4.7 again because I missed it by a mile.
Oh yeah, you can come on down for one of the videos. We're not doing anything special, just throwing the balls. The only thing special about today is we're bowling on sport, as Chris throws a shot here on the left lane with his Zero Mercy solid. And it's just, it digs, and 39 amplifying it too, so.
I moved because I'm like, all right, it already peeled it up a little bit.
Sure. And I'm 3 for 3.
The Nationals ball to chew up the patterns.
Yeah, no chance. What in the world is happening? Oh, is this lane 40? Lane 40 is the one that kicked that one to the left for me? Oh my goodness. 4 for 4.
All right, I gotta make my spare here.
We officially built some area. See, folks, that's why you don't be afraid of sport patterns. They will give you area. It is there. You just got to know where to look. Most of the time.
I feel like I need a piece of tape now.
All right, let's go 5 for 5 here. Maybe try to get this one a little closer online. That was maybe not that close, but once again, ball doesn't care. It feels like this ball doesn't care how I throw it. It just keeps striking anyway.
Oh,
maybe we are on the house shot.
Yeah, it's actually a new core design too. So
sure.
First of all, folks, I know we talked about the No Mercy to start.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the No Mercy core.
Just the label on the ball. That's really what it amounts
to. Just the word Mercy. Yeah, it's actually a totally unique core, like brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had those at the show too. It was pretty nice. Nice to see. All right, here we go.
Yeah, from the Phase 5 to the Phase 2 Pro, I agree. Go back with what works, you know? Phase 3 is a good ball too.
Gee!
It just, it keeps digging. It's if anything, it looks like it's gotten stronger for you since your first shot. Just because I feel like seen it so early before, maybe it helped it lay off a little, but
I moved.
Keep going.
I moved, that's 7 so far. But I do get to shoot the 4-7 that I just whiffed by a mile. Maybe I should put a piece of tape in it so I don't whiff it again.
Six for 6. Ball strikes.
But why would we put tape in? We just want to shoot at it.
Folks, we put out a sport shot today to make sure that we see these balls not strike a ton and give them a little volume to play with. But I feel like I only strike with the
off the wall
Zero Mercy so far. At least the Zero Mercy Pearl. Solid definitely just needs the volume. Well, it has the volume, it does the right thing. A little bit of rotation helps too. Go 7 for 7 here. On the right lane, still following that Parker Bohn sport pattern. What's that one do?
Oh, you laid off of it.
Sick.
You decided to lay off it a little bit on that one. Look like.
I don't know if I decided to.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looked good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I throw it different all the time. As long as the ball keeps striking, then it's fine.
All right, here we go.
But we're not chasing 300 here today, so why don't we move in a little bit and see if it still does it. If I can move in a little bit and soften up the pearl on the right lane, it still makes that corner. The sport shot is 42 feet. It's roughly 3.5 to 1, 3.6 to 1. I have a shot through it.
Finally figure out where it won't hook from.
And it's 28 mil, so definitely a little bit more volume than your average. At least what normal people are used to. And now I'm going to chase this back left a little bit, but I am going to soften up just a hair too. Just a shined up ball. And we are on a sport pattern, moving in quite a bit of oil. Sick.
Look at this guy.
It's it still strikes. Man, I have to shout out to Hammer. These are really good. And especially their shiny balls. Well, actually, up until recently, a lot of their balls I didn't really like the way they were shaping the lane. But man, I don't know if it's been the last year or so. It's just really opened my eyes to seeing good ball reaction with these guys. So once again, shout out to the folks at Brunswick for putting in the work, making sure they come out with some quality equipment. Looks good. Was that 9 for 9? Ball just doesn't quit. Keep striking. Let's see, that was the, let me look at our scores here. Yeah, 9 for 9. So now we're starting into the next game. Let's see if we put 3 in for fun, for funsies. Now it's starting to dig and do the right thing.
I mean,
so that's interesting.
I finally got to a place where.
Okay. Still a little further left than what I initially started. So just keeping this off, letting the ball do the work. That one will still do it too. That's incredible. I feel like if I threw another shiny ball, if I threw in my harsh ball right now, in that same spot, it's just gonna blow through it. Just not gonna do it from there. So that's 10 for 10 so far for me with the Zero Mercy Pearl. So that's telling me when once the lanes start break down a little bit, I gotta pull this piece out.
Put it against
All
the door.
right, here, let's see if we go 11 for 11.
Put it against the
Still
door.
keeping it soft. That's close. 11 for 11, and the ball keeps going, folks. Let's see if we have a 12th one in us for fun. Once again, guys, this is a sport shot. It's got about a game and a half of sanded ball going down for one person. So let's see here. Maybe. Hey, 12 for 12.
So the question was, how long is the pattern? 42
feet.
42 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the pretty much the first 12 shots I've gotten to throw with this ball. Not trying to dance around the whole lane. And all 12 struck. Ball is good. Let's keep it going. Let's go a little further with it. Definitely don't need to. Ball seems like we're in the right part of the lane, but we'll jump in a little further left with it. See if it keeps bouncing off the gutter and looking good.
Where's your twist?
Maybe? Is it starting to look better?
Where's the twist?
That's incredible. Now that I got into a part of the lane that is just a little cleaner,
Throw the twist.
because I am migrating left, you can see that ball retaining even more energy until it gets to the back part of the lane. And now I'm almost 7-9 in there like Chris did at the beginning with his. So. See if we have any other questions in here. Yeah, the Phase 2 Pearl I'm definitely excited to see too. It's another one that I feel like I need to switch in my bag. I have a Summit Ascent and it needs to go. So I think the Phase 2 Pearl is definitely going to be in there. And now that you're in the middle of the lane trying to shape it a little bit, it's really just kind of blending the lane out and then softening up. It's not really cornering, so. All right, still a little further left here. Still throwing it a little bit softer. Trying to just throw it at the gutter at this point, basically. I'd like to thank Hammer for coming out with this ball. Ball is great. Ladies and gentlemen, go to buddiesproshop.com. Put a pre-order in for the Zero Mercy Pearl. Put one in. If you need a ball hooked out lane, put it in. It's definitely earlier and stronger than what the Viking was that I just threw not too long ago. Like I said, I just keep creeping left and letting the ball bounce. So this is cool. That one's gonna run through the pins. Oh my lord. I don't know what else to say. The ball keeps doing it. Skids, hooks, rolls, does it in the right place, goes to the pins really strong. This is cool. Maybe we'll swap out of this one here in a few shots. And we'll go back to the solid, go in the middle lane, kind of where Chris sat, see if we can twirl it around. Right now, sliding roughly 25. Still looking about 14. Can't tell you I'm hitting that, but that one will hit 14. Does that do it? Oh! On camera, come on. 15 for 15, keeping it going. if we would have put the house shot out today, I'm not striking this much, and I think that's crazy. Definitely have a little bit more room than what I would have had with the house shot, just because the house shot hooks a lot earlier here, especially with my pinup equipment, which this one is pinup. So are both of mine. They're 45, 4.5, and 30. And the pattern we're bowling on today, 42 feet, 28 mils, 3.6 ratio. Typical house shots floating in the 10 to 15 to 1, if not more. So definitely,
it hooks.
It does as expected. It hooks.
Right.
I agree. We're just gonna keep creeping left. I'm gonna go a little bit further left just for fun and just really add some rotation. Absolutely nasty.
As we're getting close to wrapping up, I figure I will throw the max effect.
Okay. Now, what do you expect to see between the two with this one being, is it the same exact layout? So you should expect to see this one get a little further down lane, maybe be a little stronger off the spot now, just because of the difference in the cover, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it from the same spot here, and we'll just see what happens. But I'm gonna guess if it gets back, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
And that, once again, guys, is on 39. He's switching to that hammer effect. I was gonna throw mine, but I'm having too much fun striking at will. I think we're 16 for 16 here. And just keep creeping left. Just keep going left.
Yeah, you just see it lazier in the middle of the lane.
Too. Still creeping left, just a bunch of rotation. It's walled up on 40.
That's pretty fun. Yeah, when I left my hand, I'm like, oh, that actually maybe does the same thing.
Yeah.
And then you can just see it.
Just kind of labor off.
Yeah, labor off down lane.
Still probably, like you said, right in between the two. Is that a factory finish still on that effect?
No, the effect was also like 1500.
Is that what you have it at right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, if anything, I hit it like a little bit with a pad when I bowled in Maine the one
Always.
time, Andrew.
Always got to hit them with a pad, it seems. These are all available, ladies and gentlemen, on November 20th. So very short window from the time that they announced it to the time it's released, but I like it. Get you guys all hyped up and just let you have at it. Yeah, and as far as the price of a Phase 2 Pearl, I have to imagine it's going to be close to probably that $174.95, maybe a little higher. So, yeah, if you're interested in Phase 2 Pearl prices, it's probably going to be right around that number. I believe these are the Zeros.
They are on the site.
And they are on the site. And the Zero Mercies are available for $194.95, if I remember right.
Yes.
And then if you're adding drilling onto it, folks, at this point it's only a couple pennies more, it seems like, if you're drilling with it, buddies. And not only do you get that, but you get the quality and the care that we put into each drilled ball. We want to make sure they're as perfect as we could possibly make them every single time. We are not like a pro shop that wants to fire through them all. We're just really good at what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, drill your stuff at buddies. And all right, so it's been a couple minutes.
It's a good 4 to 5 boards less.
And I'm still creeping a little further left here. Smacking some rotation. I think I'm like 17 for 17 now. Let's see if we can go 18 for 18. That better bounce. Oh!
Jeez. This is how Monahan went 300, 296.
I was gonna say it had to look just like this, just a ball running the pins over the entire night. He's still got some strikes left out here for me. 18 for 18 with the Zero Mercy Pearl on the right lane. That is sick. Let's go for 19 for 19. Once again, guys, I'm just creeping a little bit further left every shot now. Not because I need to, but just to see if it'll still make the corner with some rotation. Grabbed it a little bit. Once again, ball does not care.
It is running. It's like just nicking the 9.
It's so crazy. So crazy. Just to creep in and it just still continues stronger. That's pretty sick to see. The mechanic is standing right behind us, and we just got to thank him. Joe, thanks for putting out all these strikes for me today. Let's see. Yeah, we got one more here, and this is actually for a 300 on the scoreboard, so I think that's Got to push it for 20 for 20. And once again, still just creeping a little further left every shot.
I'm just going to knock him over. 1, 2.
That's all the way
he got
around
it in,
folks.
He even got it
Good
in.
God.
Found his new ball.
Yeah, so
just take it. You're going to take Jesse's off the rack.
just
Is that what
for
you're saying?
just for fun here, we'll show you. There is a 300 on the board for today.
And how many did you have before that? Like 7?
I don't know if I've had very many 300s, but
No. I mean, as far as strings.
Oh, as far as what the whole string is there, I think that was
7.
20 for 20 there, right? So it's 12. I think it's 21 for 21 because I ended on 9 before we switched games. So we'll bump this back over to Chris here. So it strikes, folks. We're gonna keep going until it doesn't strike. We have to. And just to follow that up with, we are on a sport pattern. We have moved left pretty much every single shot the past 6 shots or so, and it's continuing superbly. So we're gonna keep going, see if we can go 24 for 24. Probably gonna stay around the same spot. We're getting into the nosebleed section. That was a lot further right. No way. There it is.
Good. We can. All right.
There's the 7 pin.
3 minutes left. Good time to notch.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring you guys back to full here. There we have it.
Wow.
I
had fun watching you.
I think they're doing as advertised. I think that the Sandoval is very strong, very early. Still continues to a point. You know, obviously, once we get down the lane a little bit, chase a little further left. On this type of pattern where maybe it wasn't quite time to be there yet, it did kind of labor off for you as we were watching. I was a little further right with mine pretty much the whole time. And the only thing that I noticed is if I was a little too forward, the ball is early, so it did pick up and kind of get forward a little quicker. But if I rotated it, the ball still continued. And that was the standard one.
Yeah, mine was continuing. What I like is, sometimes we see separation in balls, maybe only like 2 or 3 boards. When I threw the max effect, I finally, here at the end, obviously I just left the 10 pin. I was like 6 right.
Okay.
With the max effect, and then if I threw the pearl, I was another 4 or 5 right of that. So
a lot of separation for the balls the size they are. Because all of what we tested today are considered very big balls in the bowling world. So.
Yeah, and she's having fun on the mic.
Yeah, I'm sure we can still hear us.
So I thought that was really nice because like sometimes we'll see like a board, 2 board separation between a pearl and a solid of the same kind of ball.
Sure.
So here we saw a big difference between the pearl and a solid, and you throw the maximum effect, sorry about that. That's a hybrid big ball, ASIM, in the mix, and now you have like a 5-board progression amongst all 3.
Yeah,
which is actually really nice.
I was gonna say, if you're somebody on your house shot that typically likes to use bigger asymmetric balls anyway, you could almost say that, hey, this is what I'm gonna progress from. I'm gonna go from the No Mercy solid to a maximum effect to that game 3 ball of watching the pearl just absolutely decimate the pins going left to right. So
yeah, and I'd also say if you're a person that has had the widows and maybe they felt a little bit too early or too strong for you, this is going to give you something different. So the widows are big cores also, but they're earlier big cores.
Sure.
So they really, and that's part of the reason why people like widows in general, but there are folks that don't, but the widows have more of a rounded, continuous, like more rounded shape overall to them.
Sure.
So here you have 3 balls that are ASIM, big balls, but because of the little higher RG, the higher intermediate, and a little bit lower differential compared to a Black Widow, they're just a little cleaner, flares a little tighter, so they have more pop through the back of the lane.
Sure.
Where a Widow, like I said, is going to have a more rounded shape because it's such a big core.
You could really see the Widows go super forward, super fast too, and that's even the cleaner ones. So.
Yeah. So I think if you are a person that's, you've always struggled, you're trying to find that right ASIM blend.
Yeah.
You've tried the Widows, and then maybe you drop in an effect here or there. These truly give you that clean, that's right through the spot because the flare's a little bit tighter and the go
and still
compared to
gets
that rolliness. So,
yeah.
Or if you have the Widows and you're like, hey, the Widows are great sometimes I'm on like certain patterns, but then I get on like more medium or a little bit less and they're a little too early,
sure.
You have something you can go to. So,
final thoughts for me is I really like the Zero Mercy Solid. I think it's going in the bag as my pin-up, stronger asymmetrical ball. But obviously the one I feel like impressed me the most was Zero Mercy Pearl. I struck at will on a pattern that is 3-1 that we beat up just for a game or so with the sanded ball.
I'd say I don't think you beat it up very much.
And I was going to say, it wasn't very much play on it outside of just the Zero Mercy solid going down the line. And but you have to go get this ball. You have to. And if you need something with a little more volume, a little bit more control, Zero Mercy solid looks pretty good. But this is one of my favorite balls. It's going in the bag. It's unfortunate that neither one of them go in the bag this weekend, but they've got their own dedicated spot in the bag right now, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's all I got. I was going to just talk about it real quick as we wrap up. We talked about the Phase 2 Pearl coming out.
Sure. Phase 2 Pearl comes out. I don't have the date off the top of my head. I want to say it's December...
Probably 2 weeks from now.
December 18th or something like that. I'll have to check whatever the Friday is. Typically, they come out on a Friday, right?
Yes.
They release the info on a Friday. It comes out on a Friday. So it's going to be... yeah, I think at least 2 to 3 weeks from now. I'd have to check. It's up on the Buddy's Pro Shop site, so you can definitely check that
the
out.
ball's up there. We also started our pre-Black Friday sale.
Sure.
So look for some really greatly reduced prices. If you're in our email blast, you should have got one already. The email went out here 15 minutes ago. So if you're not on our email blast, go to the bottom of our site or make an account on our site and sign up for our emails, because there are probably about 4 balls that the prices greatly got dropped on.
And a lot of high-performance balls, too. I just can't believe the cost of what we're selling some of the high-performance stuff at.
I mean, we dropped them down. I could just give you an example of the new blue, which we had already dropped in price. We dropped even lower.
That's crazy, because it was $99.95, so I trying to figure out what that
Atlas
means.
Hybrid. I can just name off some. I remember we did Crusher.
Crushers, we have Pure Envies, we have
the Pure
Mantras.
Envies we didn't touch.
They're still a discounted price, so feel free to look at that
anyway. We
anyway.
didn't drop those any lower, but it could change. Like I said, we obviously got several weeks, but there are also some new shoes on there. We just pulled in some brand new, some shoes that got discontinued, or we know that's going to get discontinued, so we brought in some, we have Hammer shoes, we have THE 9s, SST 6s.
Okay.
A lot of different product. We're trying to, you know what, nobody wastes a Black Friday anymore. Starting out, my wife started shopping yesterday already.
Let's just say we're trying to get you big gift items at stocking stuffer prices.
Yes.
So.
And also get them now before they go out, so you guys get to hear about it before everybody else.
I was going to say, it just came out, so if you weren't paying attention to your emails and you're watching this, you're one of the first people to know. Check out the clearance section. We're always trying to put the best prices we can in there. It's amazing that he was able to get them lower than that. Take advantage of it, folks. Go and clear out the inventory.
Yep. All right. Then next week we'll do another one on Friday. But we have no idea what. We do know that we're expecting some new pieces from a different brand that we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. I think we got most of your questions answered. Jesse's scrolling through it right now, but
Let's see.
I mean, I said the other week, they all make great balls anymore. And when I say great, we talked about this yesterday. Everybody's making really good balls.
That's the way it seems,
and it makes it hard for you as a consumer to figure out what to get sometimes, or it gets a little confusing. But yeah, I think it's
another reason to watch these channels. I mean, obviously, most of the stuff that we throw strikes quite a bit.
I think it comes down to what you like the difference of. Like, say a Hyperdrive solid hooks a little bit earlier.
Sure.
Digs a little early.
It's just really smooth down lane in comparison. It didn't really have quite the pop.
Right, where we see Zero Mercy, a little more pop down lane because of a higher RG, a little higher intermediate, so a little cleaner, a little more pop down lane. So, and obviously chemical differences on the cover stock. We talk about cover stock a lot, makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, exciting times. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Go Bull Neba.
If you're still paying attention, go Bull Neba. And without further ado, we'll make our announcement of our winner of a free Buddies merch pack. Dickie Jones. Of all people, Dickie Jones, you're going to be the winner today. That guy.
That guy?
I feel like you might have heard of him in the past couple days. So, and Dickie's watching right now. He wanted to check and see how his Zero Mercy
He actually called to
solid's
ask
gonna
us
look.
what we thought of the balls, and we hadn't drilled them yet. Honestly, mine just came off the press like 5 minutes before we started.
Yeah, and I brought mine from downstairs just to do the 5 shots videos, so I got to finish those up still. But outside of that, man, they just look pretty good. So congratulations, Dickie Jones. Just do us a favor, go to our Facebook page or email us your t-shirt size as well as your shipping address, and we'll send that out to you.
We know Dickie's shipping address.
We know Dickie's shipping address, but it's always
you're going to get one of these, Dickie. Look at that,
There you go. So thank you guys once again for all watching. Have a great weekend. If you haven't already figured out by now, go get yourself a Zero Mercy, especially the Pearl, since I did nothing but strike with it. So thank you guys for watching.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend.